John Beaudin, Rock History Music. How is everyone? Getting closer to Christmas? The countdowns are starting. You know, this is around this time of the year where we start hearing about concert tours, best-selling albums. We're going to do a thing, by the way, coming up on the top classic rock albums and the top classic rock performers and how they sold this year. This particular thing we're doing today is from StubHub, and it basically goes around the world. 175 countries were involved in this tabulation. Oh, maybe I should turn off my email. Kind of joint is this? Anyway, 175 countries. So we're talking about a lot of stuff going on. And where's my list? There you go. By the way, support the channel. Make sure you like our videos, you share them, you subscribe to our channel. Comments, we read all the comments, and I'm sure we'll have some coming up here. There's new rules, I guess, on live feeds. All these pop-ups came up on YouTube and said, well, you know, you have a choice of doing all this stuff. Banning people. And I'm going, I'm not going to ban anyone. Hold on a second. No thanks. I want to say hi to some people here. I can't see my comments. Hold on. Before I get to the countdown. There we go. I can't. That's crazy. Hold on. I can't see nothing. Hold on. Let me open it over here and we'll get to the countdown. Usually there we go. Loyal Opposition, hi. Elvor away. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hugh Stark, hi. Alex Knight. Alex, you're always there. Thanks, buddy. Rick Tyndall, Captain Fantastic for the win. Very well said. Apollo Vincent, Elton for the win. Loyal Opposition, nice Elton. Nice John Helliwell Supertramp interview. Good morning, Elver away. Good morning, everybody. Nice to have you on here. Just kind of like doing this. Kind of like coming on live. So, who is it? Who are we talking about here? There he is. I'm not a big fan of Justin Bieber. Kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, but guess what? A lot of people really like him. He came in at number 10. This is worldwide. Remember, 175 countries. And there was some trends before I get to another one. Let me just take Justin off here because, well, you know, legacy reigns supreme in this countdown, which is really good. British Invasion, top 3. Reggae Town thrives. I said, well, there's an artist on here that touches on that. And they also had lists for a sports event. Coming in at number 9, Adele. No, I know it's Adele. A friend of mine isn't really a fan of hers because he doesn't like pretty singers. I do. I was a big Barbra Streisand fan growing up. And he still calls her Adele. She came, who's next? Garth Brooks at number 8. I've always liked Garth Brooks. Seems like a pretty cool guy. And came in Billie Eilish. She looks so cute there. I really think she's a very talented girl. Again, it's not my generation, but she's done okay. Very controversial figure after that. Morgan Wallen said some things that got him in trouble. But I guess he's bouncing back. So there you go. And then we've got Motley Crue. Good for Motley Crue for being on there, coming back after after they had their documentary. Folks were curious. They wanted more. After that, Bad Bunny, we mentioned guy who touches on reggae sometimes. Coldplay is next. Oh, that's me. No one wants to see me. Coldplay. Then Harry Styles. Then ta-da, ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-da-da. I had too much coffee today. That's what happens. Anyway, that's the top tours. Remember, 175 countries. Well, you're not going to be on this list if you didn't tour a lot or tour in several countries. You know, the young bucks, you know, they're touring an awful lot. But then you got Elton John. Yeah, he's by far a senior citizen. And let me double check the list. Yeah, he's the oldest one on here. That's right. He's the oldest one on here. How old is Elton John, guys? Does anybody know how old Elton John is? I haven't kept track in the last few years. Hold on. Look, this is what I do. Look at how old is Elton John?
Elton John is 75 years old.
There you go, 75. 75 years old. Kicks everyone's ass. Mind you, it is a farewell tour, but it's a really well done farewell tour. I haven't seen it on, what was it, Apple? Is it Apple that has it on or Disney? I think it's Disney that has it on. So let's take some comments. I'm not sure why I can't get rid of this. That's odd. Okay, I'm gonna have to read your comments on here. Pinball Wizard, yes. I'm gonna go down and say hi to everybody. Captain Fantastic for the win. Thanks, Rick. That well said. I'm glad you like the John Helliwell. Let me just turn this down. John's a really nice guy. There is 14 parts to this interview. I'm putting about 13 on Patreon today, and you can get early access to it, including the whole interview. So Melody R, how you doing, Melody? Thanks for being on here. Greetings, brother John from Southern Utah. Blaze Eisner, Paulo Vincent. Hey, nice to have you on here. Journey Kiss, not on the list. Angel Ruiz. Hey, is Dickie Betts ever available for an interview? I tried before. I haven't tried for a while. Should try. Loyal Opposition, Chicago is touring. Yes. Guns N' Roses, not on the list. Loyal Opposition. Then again, Chicago hasn't missed a year touring for 55 straight years. Yeah, a lot of touring. Angelo Ruiz, what's wrong with Lou Gramm that he can't be part of Foreigner? The final tour. Well, I don't think he's in the shape where he can basically do that at that level with the band. And he's on the outs with Mick Jones. So I don't think they're talking. M. Moses, of course, Elton, Elver Away. Elver Away, that's how you say it. Yeah, Toto. Not enough touring to be there. And Paulo Vincent, Merciful Fates, Alex Knight, Pinball Wizard, yes. Alfred Mosley, 75 for Elton. Yes, he's 75. Loyal Opposition, I'd love to see Elton John. I've seen him twice. I saw the Breaking Hearts tour, and I saw a tour with Billy Joel. And interestingly, I went to both those concerts with my wife, and then I went with her again when she was my ex-wife. I will explain. First of all, my wife Lynn and I, in the 80s, went to see that tour. And then after that, well, of course, we got a divorce, and I met Shannon many years later, and we became friends. I was still friends with my ex-wife. We had 2 kids. So I told her, I'm in radio. She wanted to come with us, her and her husband, Chris. And I said, sure, I'm in radio. I'll get us some tickets. I couldn't get tickets. So Lynn ended up getting us tickets, and the 4 of us went. So there I was with my ex-wife and my current wife. Like you needed to know that. What? So Loyal Opposition, there you go. Hugh Stark, it's kind of surprised for Roger Waters wasn't on the list. Should be going his final show in London next year. Loyal Opposition, I've seen Roger Waters 3 times. Best show ever. Paulo Vincent, 78. Nope. Alex Knight, Genesis must have been last year. I never checked. I never did this last year. Sammy and the Circle, Jim, Paulo Vincent. Hey, John, how's it going? Paulo Vincent from Alfred Mosley. I watched it live on Disney. Stayed up till 1 a.m. to see it. I got to go see it. I'm going to see it today while I'm finishing up the John Helliwell interview. I've done all the intros and extras. They're very, very quick because people, I think with YouTube, sometimes you can go all flowery and talk about everything, but sometimes you just want to see the interview. By the way, if you're just tuning in now, Elton John came in number 1, Harry Styles number 2, 3 Coldplay, Bad Bunny 4, Freudian, Motley Crue after that, Morgan Wallen, Billie Eilish, Garth Brooks, Adele at 9, and Justin Bieber at 10. That's who were the top 10. So I'll just show you. This number 10, number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. There you go. I'm learning how to use this software. So basically my hotkeys, I'm using Ecamm for anyone who does this. I basically use the Q, W, E, and I go like that when I show my pictures. That's kind of how I've done it. People ask me, how can you do that now? I'm going, well, most softwares where you can stream will help you do that. So there you go. Elton John, Harry Styles, Coldplay, Bad Company, Motley Crue, Morgan Wallen, Billie Eilish, Garth Brooks, Adele, and Justin Bieber. And just as an interesting thing, on the list here, let me just read this out to you. Hold on. I have another list here. Let me see if I can read it for you. It's an interesting thing. No, it doesn't have it on this one. There was a lot of interesting facts about the sporting events this year. It might be on Yahoo. Let me just check this. Yeah, here it is. These are highlights from the 2022 tours. This year's top global artists list is among the most diverse representation of genres in years, featuring a range from pop to classical rock to country to hard rock to a debut of reggaeton. The top 3 spots are all British. Elton John's farewell tour cemented him as the #1 global artist of the year, driving over 50% more sales than Harry Styles. Multi-night U.S. residencies, Love on Tour, which landed him on the #2 artist. Coldplay international dates, particularly in London shows, earned them the #3 position. More on Elton John. Elton John's tour is the highest selling in the last 5 years of his last U.S. tour performance at Dodger Stadium, driving nearly as many sales as his 3-day pass for the second weekend of Coachella. Wow. Motley Crue's comeback tour with Def Leppard was StubHub's highest-selling U.S. tour this summer. Wow, there you go. There's also some facts, I think, about sporting events. Top in-demand global sporting experiences. Off topic, but interesting. World Series, Astros, Phillies. The FIFA World Cup was #2. Super Bowl, #3. College football playoffs, national championship. Georgia, Alabama was 4. 5, San Francisco 49ers at Los Angeles Rams, NFC championship. 6, Tennessee Volunteers at Georgia Bulldogs, college football. 7, Formula One, the Miami Grand Prix. 8, MLB All-Star Game. And 9, I think there's 10 here, there should be, Formula One Austin Grand Prix. And 10, Red River Showdown, Oklahoma versus Texas, college football. There you go. And again, if you're just joining us, it was Elton John, Harry Styles. This is Elton John #1. Harry Styles, Coldplay, Bad Company. Why do I keep saying that? Bad Bunny, I barely know who that is. Motley Crue, Morgan Wallen, Billie Eilish, Garth Brooks, Adele, and Justin Bieber. A friend of mine who's a broadcaster like me, and I've known him for about 40 years. He got into radio around the same time as me. He's watching my streams, and he was telling me, he says, why don't you do, how come you're not doing a recall? You know, you should know that. Recall. You can't assume that everyone started on your stream in the beginning. Keep going back and telling people what the list is. And I'm going, duh, I forgot. So there you go. Coldplay's a great band. They are a good band. I'm tired of them a little bit, but they are a good band. Chad Carpenter. Grateful to get to see the next live show of the Doobie Brothers in Atlanta. Fox Theater. Great show. And finally got to see Michael McDonald. Is he going to do anything in 2023? I don't know. David Page of Toto and I yesterday were talking about Michael McDonald and the fact that Michael is, and I think you all know this, Michael's such a down-to-earth guy. You really feel like you're talking to a friend no matter what. Everyone who I know, and I've never interviewed him yet, just said that he's just laid back. Kenny Loggins told me that. He says, man, we wrote What a Fool Believes, and he's just a laid back dude. Blaze Eisner, Brother John. I saw Elton 71 between Tumbleweed Connection and Mad Men Across the Water. Wow. By the way, David Page told me yesterday that Mad Men Across the Water is his favorite Elton John album. Same as mine. And then in 72, his Honky Chateau tour, Great Memories, God Bless. Paulo Vincent. Surprise Kiss didn't make it. They toured like EJ all over the world. Excuse me. Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne, nice to have you on here. Metallica is coming back. Yes, they are. With Wolfgang Van Halen. Bleh. Pantera, I believe. Paulo Vincent. EJ 75 tour was my favorite. Oh, 3 hours. Oh my God. Yeah. We were going to have Caleb Quay on live with us tomorrow to answer your questions, who was on Elton John's tour then. And unfortunately, I have some family commitments where I couldn't do it. But Caleb promised us, because he played with Elton John in the beginning, right up to Madman Across the Water, and played guitarist, and was a guitarist along with David Johnston with Rock of the Westies and Blue Moves. My old brain's not working today. I'm not sure why. So there you go. Michael McDonald is such a great singer. This is from Dwayne. I'm a longtime fan. I remember the duet with Kenny Loggins. If this is it. Chad Carpenter, Michael McDonald interview and gave him play live. What a great deal that would be. 2023. Get it done. Oh, okay. I saw Elton in 2016. This is Elver Away. Elver Away, I don't think you've been on here before, huh? I think you're new. Deborah Durr, finally got to see Hall & Oates live. Oh, cool. October, great concert. The crowd went wild for them. The band is so talented, and we need more Daryl Hall. Oh, Daryl's house is so fantastic. Yeah. Some people have said they don't like each other, but they've sometimes described their relationship, Daryl Hall and John Oates, as a brother relationship, where it's, brothers fight, right? Ernesto Rodriguez, will ZZ Top and Rush ever come back? Well, Rush ain't coming back. Alex Knight, my daughter loves Harry Styles. He's a good performer. Oh, Elver Away, I am. Oh, okay, cool. Love your interviews. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We have a backlog. Oh my God. We have a backlog of so many interviews right now. It's freaking insane. And then we've got Kansas coming up on Friday, I do believe. We've got David Paich of Toto again. We've got Graham Goldman of Little River Band again. Oh man, I can't even. And we've got some producers who have produced some of the biggest names in music coming up. And I'll let you know about that in a few days. Melody R. Daryl's house is fantastic. Dwayne says, Deborah Dare, they are great. Hall & Oates are fantastic. Thanks for loving my interviews. Elver Away. It's a special time of the year. I don't know if you remember. Well, everyone remembers. Remember we were kids, and we get out of school, like usually on the 20th or something, and and it made it easier and harder for Christmas because we were all going freaking nuts because we were counting the days and the hours, and it was the eve of the eve of the eve of the eve of Christmas Eve. Then the goofy things we do, try to find the presents and all that stuff. So for whatever reason, I'm off topic here, I know, but for whatever reason, I get that vibe an awful lot around this time of the year. I remember what it was like to be that crazy and young and driving your parents crazy. If you're just joining us, the number one touring band, well, let's do it. Elton John did it, baby. Number one. Then Harry Styles. Then Coldplay. Then that guy, Bad Bunny. Then Motley Crue. Then Morgan Wallen. Billie Eilish. Oh, there he is. Always had a soft spot for Garth Brooks. I never really got his music necessarily. Billie Eilish, we already did this. Garth Brooks. Adele. Justin Bieber. That's where's Billy? What number are you? Oh, you're R. Every picture gets a number. And we go right through the alphabet. That's how we work it. But anyway, thanks for joining us. I've got to go back and do some work. I have to finish doing the John Helliwell interview. For a lot of you who have asked, what I usually do is I'll do the interview and I have to put it someplace because I have a whole bunch of other interviews that are older. So that's what we try to do. We go through the bigger artists first. The independent artists, we get to them last because, first of all, we need to make a living and we need to, if we have big interviews, we have to do that. So that's how we kind of work. So I'll get an interview. I'll chop it up into 35 pieces. We'll start putting part 1 and 2 up. We put them all on Patreon, and hopefully people join our Patreon and get early access. If you want to join, wait a few hours because we're going to have a lot of new stuff on there. So there you go. Thanks for supporting us. All the information, if you ever want to support us, in the description. I love you guys. Thanks for being out there. And I was extra wordy today. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, take good care of yourself. Graham Goldman was 10cc. What's the guy from LRB? Graham Goebel. Sorry. I did interview Graham Goldman, by the way. Funny guy. Really funny, good guy to talk to. We're going to put those interviews up again. So, yeah, Graham Goebel. Blah. Anyway, take care of yourself, guys. I got to go interview, or I don't know what's wrong with me today. I got to go cut up John Halliwell. It'll be on our Patreon today, and you'll get another new clip if you're not a member of Patreon in 2 days. Take care.